So let's see probability and current densities. So we are going to see the formula for probability and current densities from Kleene-Gordon equation. So the Kleene-Gordon equation for a free particle is, so this equation had already been derived, this Kleene-Gordon equation. So the video is present in this channel. So this is the Kleene-Gordon equation which we have derived in the previous video. So here it is. So this is the Kleene-Gordon equation and we have derived it, and this is nothing but D'Alembert operator. That is D'Alembert operator is nothing but consists of these second order derivatives of space and time. So both put together. So del square related to space minus 1 by c square, dou square by dou t square related to time. So this is replaced with del square. So this is Kleene-Gordon. First of all, this is Kleene-Gordon equation. So in the place of this D'Alembert operator, we are replacing with this del square minus 1 by c square, dou square by dou t square. And next into xi equals to 0. And now multiplying, so that is dividing. I mean just multiplying this, taking this xi inside, what we would have is, so xi into del square xi minus 1 by c square dou square by dou t square xi minus m square c square h cut square into xi equals to 0. So this is the equation. Now what we have to do is, taking complex conjugate of above equation, we need to take the complex conjugate of this equation. So taking complex conjugate on both sides, so we get this equation on taking complex conjugate on both sides. So uh, complex conjugate of 0 is nothing but 0, and complex conjugate of this del square xi is nothing but del square star, and this complex conjugate 1 by c square would be as usual, so it is a real number, so dou square by dou t square xi, that is nothing but dou square xi star by dou t square, and m square c square by h cut square is a constant, it comes under real number, and complex conjugate of xi is nothing but xi star. So this is the equation we obtain after taking complex conjugate on both sides. And multiplying equations 13 and 14 by xi star and xi respectively, we obtain. So now what we have to do is, in this equation xi star is not there. So multiplying this equation with xi star on both sides we have to do. So multiplying with xi star on both sides, what we will get is from the left hand side. So xi star into del square xi here minus 1 by c square xi star into dou square xi by dou t square, and here minus m square c square by h cut square xi star into xi equals to 0. Now for this 14th equation, xi is not there. So multiplying with xi on both sides, what we will get is xi into del square xi star, xi into del square xi star minus 1 by c square xi into dou square xi star by dou t square, and here also minus m square c square by h cut square xi star into xi equals to 0. So this is the case we are getting. So whether it is xi into xi star or xi star into xi, both of them are the same. So subtracting 16 from 15 we get. So in the next step, what we have to do is, uh, we need to subtract this both this equation. So this equation minus this equation. So if we do so, what we would get is, so corresponding term, so this term xi star del square xi minus this term, this equation minus xi del square xi star, and again this equation and this term minus this term. So what we would get is, if we need to take minus 1 by c square common, minus 1 by c square taken as common, so into xi star dou square xi by dou t square, and minus we are getting, so because minus into minus is plus, so this equation minus this equation is minus into minus plus we would get, so hence here minus of this minus. So xi 1 by c square xi into dou square xi star by dou t square. So and next this, so this here if we see, this is same as this, whether so I have said xi, whether it is xi into xi star or xi star into xi, both are the same, because it is nothing but probability density. So this both the terms would get cancelled and these terms would remain finally, so that the terms equals to 0. And next thing is, we can write this, this this term as this term could be written as this. So how means divergence of xi star del xi minus xi del xi star is present. So that means this is nothing but gradient. So divergence of xi star del xi minus xi del xi star. Now if we do this operation, what we will get is, first of all, this has to be a scalar quantity, because you see this is a vector form, del operator vector form, and this also we would get some vector form like that. So dot product of two vectors is a scalar form, so like that we have to get. So now if we apply the formula, what we would get is delta xi star. So delta xi star dot delta xi, that would be the first term, plus xi star delta dot delta xi, that is nothing but del square xi. So these two terms we would get from this term, that is nothing but this term, xi star del square xi. So delta xi star dot delta xi plus xi star delta dot delta xi, that is nothing but del square xi. And next if we come to this term, so delta minus delta xi dot delta xi star, delta xi dot delta xi star, and again minus xi delta xi del dot del xi star, that is nothing but xi del square star minus xi del square xi star. And as we already know, delta xi star dot delta xi and minus delta xi dot delta xi star, so it is nothing just like a dot b and b dot a. So a dot b is nothing but equal to b dot a. Of course a cross b is not equal to b cross a. You would get a cross b is equals to minus b cross a, that is for the cross product. But for the dot product, a dot b is equals to b dot a. So in that term, this the term which we have got here and this term minus is present, so those two terms would get cancelled. So out of 4 terms, only 2 terms would remain. The 2 terms is this. So the simple form of this this term could be written as this form. And next thing is, now if we consider this term here, so if we, this could be written as this form. So if we do cross checking here, so dou by dou t of this term. So if we do uv form it is, so here for the first term u is xi star and next term v is nothing but dou xi by dou t. So if we apply dou by dou t, so what we will get is dou xi star dou t dou xi by dou t, and next term plus xi star dou square xi by dou t square. So this term, the xi star dou square xi by dou t square. And next if we consider this term, so minus of dou xi star dou by dou t into dou xi by dou t, just as we have got here. Actually here what we have got is dou xi star by dou t, dou xi by dou t, but here it is dou xi star by dou t and dou xi by dou t. So same, they both are same, but plus here the term is plus and here the term is minus, so both of them would get cancelled. And the next term is minus dou square xi star by dou t square into xi, that is nothing but this term, minus dou square xi star by dou t square into xi. So this term could be written as this form. So next what we need to do is multiply throughout by h cut by 2im we get. So delta dot h cut by 2im into this term. So hence we are having delta dot h cut by 2im, that term plus dou by dou t h cut by 2im c square. So here already 1 by c square is there. So dou by dou t is, if it is taken aside, so h cut by 2im. So actually here minus was present. So this minus is taken inside. So what we will get is xi dou xi star by dou t plus xi dou xi star by dou t and minus xi star dou xi by dou t minus xi star dou xi by dou t. So hence that is the term, and we are multiplying with h cut by 2im. So h cut by 2im c square. So this term is taken inside. Y means this is a constant term. H cut by 2im c square is a constant term, hence it is taken inside. Now what we need to do is substitute P of r comma t is equals to h cut by 2i mc square xi dou xi star by dou t minus xi star dou xi by dou t. So in the place of this, it is replaced with this P of r comma t. So this term is replaced with P of r comma t, and next thing is this term is replaced with s of r comma t, that is h cut by 2im xi star del xi minus xi del xi star. So this is the term. So equation 17 takes the form. So this equation now would now become delta s of r comma t plus dou rho by dou t, dou p by dou t, dou p of r comma t by dou t is equals to 0. So this is the equation we used to get from this equation. So finally equation 17 becomes this, and this is nothing but which is a well-known equation of continuity. This is the continuity equation. The current density expression S of r comma t has the same form as a non-relativistic case, but the inspection of this S of r comma t has the same form as the non-relativistic condition. But the inspection of expression P of r comma t indicates that it cannot be interpreted position probability density in analogy with non-relativistic case in which P of r comma t is xi star xi due to following reason. So this probability density they are saying, so same as but the inspection of expression indicates it cannot be interpreted as position probability density they are saying. Where in the non-relativistic case we have probability density has xi into xi star, that is enough. But here we are having this term, this is the term we are having. So due to following reasons, these are the reasons the expression P of r comma t may be expressed as. So this is that expression. That expression could be expressed as this form they are saying. So here what we need to do is multiplying and dividing with I we need to do into I by I. So I by I square is nothing but minus 1, that is, so multiplying with this minus I inside we need to do. So that is nothing but if we keep this 1 by 2 mc square aside into I by I square is nothing but minus 1. So minus I h cut. So this minus I h cut into here. So minus I h cut dou xi star by dou t into xi. Keeping this xi aside, so minus I h cut dou xi star by dou t into xi, and now here into I by I as we have done. So minus I h cut, multiplying in this equation, minus I h cut into minus is plus I h cut xi star dou xi by dou t. So this is the term we are having. Now using Schrödinger equation in operator form and keeping in mind that the Hamiltonian operator associated with diamond observable energy is Hermitian, we have. So now so here Hamiltonian operator associated with dynamic observable E is Hermitian they are saying. That means an operator is called as Hermitian which when the transpose conjugate of that operator is equal to the same operator. That is, if H transpose conjugate is equals to H, again we get the same operator. So that is nothing but Hermitian. So now from the Schrödinger equation, time dependent Schrödinger equation, we are having H xi is equals to I h cut dou xi by dou t. So now if we do take complex conjugate on both sides of this equation, what we would get is in the place of h star complex conjugate and xi star, and plus I is there means minus I in the case of complex conjugate. So minus I h cut, that is for a plus ib, a minus ib is the complex conjugate. So like that. So again dou xi by dou t is there, so dou xi star by dou t, complex conjugate of xi is xi star. And here next thing is, and we also know that I h cut dou xi by dou t is equals to E xi, has h xi is equals to E xi. So this is the another term we are having. And now if we take complex conjugate of this term, so plus I is there, minus I h cut dou xi by dou t is there, so dou xi star by dou t, and E xi is there, so E equals to E xi star. So these are the terms we are getting. So equation 20 may be expressed as, so this is the equation 20. So 1 by 2 mc square, so minus I h cut dou xi star by dou t, that is minus I h cut dou xi star by dou t, that is nothing but E xi star. So this is nothing but E xi star term, and this xi would remain as usual, and xi star I h cut dou xi by dou t, that is nothing but this term I h cut dou xi by dou t. that is nothing but hzi. Hzi is nothing but equal to ezi. So this term, so this is replaced with ezi. So this is the term we are having. So here if we see 1 by 2 mc square e xi star into xi plus xi star into ezi is there. So what we will get is 2 into e xi star into xi. So 2 would get cancelled. So finally what would remain is e xi star into xi by mc square. That is, this is the term would remain afterwards. E xi star into xi by mc square after 2 getting cancelled. So this is the term. So now what is the problem with this term? Let us see. So from expression E is equals to plus or minus root of p square c square plus m square c power 4, we know that the energy of a particle can be either negative or positive. So here if we see from the relativistic energy, we are having plus or minus, because square root is there, means we will get plus or minus values. So from that, energy of particle can be negative, can be positive or negative. Thus it follows that the expression for p of r comma t is not definitely positive, and hence it cannot be regarded as conventional position probability density. So here in this expression if we see, that is in this equation, here e by mc square xi star into xi is present. So here e is present. So if e is positive or negative, then p also would become positive or negative. But probability density cannot be negative. It has to be only positive. So probability means chances. Chances has to be only positive, cannot be negative. So that is the thing they are saying. Thus it follows that the expression for p of r comma t is not definitely positive, and hence it cannot be regarded as conventional position probability density. Hence this is this term p of r comma t which we have obtained here. So that is not definitely going to be position probability density, because it is having positive as well as negative values, but probability has to be only positive. So thus it is necessary to reinterpret xi if Klein-Gordon equation is to be used. So we need to reinterpret xi as we have used Klein-Gordon equation. So this was done by Pauli and Vaskov. According to them, P multiplied by E, that is EP, can be interpreted as charge density, which may be positive and negative. Charge density which may be positive or negative, since charge can have either sign. Thus electrons will be ES will be corresponding current density. So from this what they are saying is, so this density multiplied with this charge can be interpreted as charge density, they are saying. As we know, charge density is nothing but charge per unit volume. It has the dimensions of charge divided by that length cube. A volume has length cube, like that. So that is the dimensions of this. That would be the dimensions of this. So even if we see here, has the dimensions of energy, and mc square has the dimensions of energy, half mv square kinetic energy. So both of them would go. So the dimensions of this xi into xi star is nothing but 1 by volume we would get. So if 1 by volume is multiplied with charge, that is charge per unit volume we would get. So they are saying this density multiplied with charge can be interpreted as charge density, and this could be either positive or negative, because we can have positive as well as negative charge. So based on that, so it could be interpreted as charge density. At the same time, ES will be corresponding current density, they are saying. So current density means we know that current flowing per unit area is nothing but current density. So here if we see, H cut by M is there. So if we suppose consider one of the formula for energy is H mu, and another formula for energy is mc square. So H nu has the same dimensions as the mc square. So H nu is equals to mc square if we say for suppose in the consideration of the dimensions. So H mu is equals to mc square. So that means H cut by M is nothing but c square by nu. So c square by nu, c square has the dimensions of length square by time square, and frequency nu 1 by t. So both of them would get cancelled. What we would get finally is length square by time, and here we would have the dimensions of here Xi into xi star has the dimensions of 1 by volume. It has the dimensions of 1 by volume. At the same time, here gradient is present. Gradient means dou by dou x. So we will get another length element. That means this has the dimensions of overall 1 by length power 4. So here length square by time we have got. So length square and length power 4 will get cancelled, and we will get 1 by length square and into 1 by t. That means actually current density has to be current flowing per unit area, that is I by A, that is nothing but E by T into A. So already we have got in the denominator 1 by L square, that is area dimensions, and 1 by T. So what next term missing here is E, that is nothing but charge of the electron. So only that is missing. So if we multiply this entire thing with E, that is nothing but we would get ES. So that would become the corresponding current density. So that is regarding probability and current densities. So thank you.